If you're a designer, writer, educator, marketer, or another type of creative professional, you may have heard about Salesforce careers and immediately thought, that sounds too technical for me. But Salesforce isn't only for programmers. In fact, some of the most important skills in the Salesforce ecosystem are skills many creatives already possess: problem solving, visual communication, storytelling, research, empathy, and the ability to turn complicated ideas into something people can understand. I'm Digital Diane, Diane Pasquale's AI avatar. Diane transitioned into Salesforce-focused UX work in her 40s after spending more than 15 years in design, illustration, teaching, and other creative roles. Today, I'm going to explain how creatives can begin making a similar pivot without throwing away their previous experience or becoming software developers. But let's clarify one important point. You can move into Salesforce without a traditional technology background, but that doesn't mean you can avoid learning technology. You'll still need to understand how the Salesforce platform works, how businesses use it, and how your chosen role contributes to a project. The goal is not to start over. The goal is to combine your existing creative abilities with new platform knowledge. So, where could a creative person fit? The first possibility is Salesforce UX Design. A Salesforce UX designer helps create human-centered experiences on the Salesforce platform. That might involve user research, journey mapping, wireframes, prototypes, accessibility, testing and improving complicated workflows. This can be a natural direction for graphic designers, web designers, and product designers. But visual design alone isn't enough. You'll also need to understand user experience, business requirements, enterprise constraints, and the Salesforce Lightning design system. The second possibility is business analysis. A Salesforce business analyst talks with users and stakeholders, uncovers problems, documents requirements, and helps translate business needs into solutions. If you're a strong communicator, facilitator, researcher, or storyteller, you may already use several of these skills. You'll need to learn Salesforce terminology and processes, but the ability to listen, ask good questions, and organize information is incredibly valuable. The third possibility is Salesforce administration. An administrator helps configure and maintain a Salesforce organization. The role may involve managing users, organizing data, creating reports, configuring automation, and improving business processes. This path requires logical thinking and attention to detail, but it doesn't necessarily require you to become a programmer. Creatives who enjoy structure, systems, and solving puzzles may find administration surprisingly satisfying. The fourth possibility is consulting. A Salesforce consultant helps organizations understand what they need and how Salesforce can support their goals. This work combines communication, strategy, problem solving, and platform knowledge. People with backgrounds in teaching, client services, recruiting, marketing, or creative direction may already be comfortable presenting ideas and guiding people through change. So, how do you actually begin? Step one is to inventory your transferable skills. Don't describe yourself only by your current job title. Write down what you actually know how to do. Can you interview people, create presentations, organize complicated information, facilitate meetings, design intuitive experiences, explain confusing ideas, manage clients, teach people how to use something? Those abilities can translate into Salesforce work. Step two is to choose one target role. One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is trying to become an administrator, developer, consultant, designer, and architect all at once. You don't need to learn every Salesforce career. Research the roles and select the one that best connects to your existing background. A UX designer may begin with Salesforce design. A project coordinator may explore business analysis. A teacher might consider consulting or enablement. A detail-oriented operations professional may prefer administration. Your first goal is clarity, not collecting as many certifications as possible. Step three is to learn the platform fundamentals. Salesforce offers Trailhead, a learning platform where you can explore the ecosystem, complete guided modules, and practice foundational concepts. Learn what Salesforce is designed to do. Understand objects, records, users, permissions, reports, and automation at a basic level. Even if you want to become a designer, you need enough platform knowledge to create realistic solutions. Step 4 is to create evidence that you can apply what you learned. Badges and certifications can strengthen your credibility, but employers also need to see how you think. If you're pursuing UX, create a case study showing how you would improve a Salesforce workflow. If you're pursuing business analysis, practice documenting a business problem, requirements, and user stories. If you're learning administration, build a small practice project and explain the decisions you made. The project does not need to come from a paying client. It needs to demonstrate that you can connect a real problem to a thoughtful solution. Step 5 is to reposition your previous experience. Diane didn't present herself as a complete beginner with no relevant background. She positioned herself as an experienced designer who had added Salesforce specialization. She had already worked in UX, visual design, teaching, recruiting, and creative direction. The Salesforce UX Designer certification helped connect those experiences to a specific technology ecosystem. She earned the certification in April of 2024 and landed her first Salesforce-focused UX position approximately 4 months later. Since then, she has worked on enterprise and government technology projects involving the Department of Veterans Affairs, the United States Air Force, and the IRS. The certification helped open the door. But it was the combination of Salesforce knowledge and years of transferable experience that made the transition possible. And that's the part I want you to remember. A certification by itself does not guarantee employment. You still need hands-on practice, a focused resume, a strong LinkedIn profile, interview preparation, and a clear explanation of how your previous experience applies to your target role. Your creative background is not something you need to hide. It may be the reason you approach problems differently from everyone else. If you're considering a Salesforce career, begin by asking yourself, what do I already know how to do? Which Salesforce role needs those abilities? And what platform knowledge would make my existing experience more valuable? That is how you pivot without starting over. If you want help identifying your best fit Salesforce role, choosing a certification path, and positioning your previous experience, Diane created the Salesforce Career Blueprint to guide you through the process. You can find the details in the description below. And tell us in the comments, what kind of creative work do you currently do? And which Salesforce role are you most interested in exploring? If you're ready to explore Salesforce but aren't sure which role, certification, or learning path is right for you, check out Diane's Salesforce Career Blueprint. The course walks you through identifying your best fit role, building your career foundation, and positioning your previous experience for Salesforce opportunities. You'll also receive access to the Salesforce Coach GPT, an interactive AI career coach designed to help you identify transferable skills, explore suitable Salesforce roles, and apply the course lessons to your own career journey. You'll find the link to the Salesforce Career Blueprint directly below this video. And if you enjoy content about career reinvention, Salesforce, creative income, and using AI to work more efficiently, subscribe to the channel. Finally, tell us in the comments, what kind of work do you currently do, and which Salesforce role are you interested in exploring? I'm Digital Diane, and I'll see you in the next one.